today, academic students of the week, Kareem Harden, sophomore, Fort Lauderdale Sociology, Jaden Milner-Jones, freshman, DeSoto, Texas, integrative psychology. Physiology. You know I can't read real well. Final home attendance, 6 games, average sellout. First time in CU history, we average over 53,000. School records broken. Our wonderful punter, Mark, had 3 punts inside the 10, 2 inside the 5, which is unbelievable. Now he has 11 punts this season inside the 10 and 5 inside the 5, both the school records. Mikey got his 5th touchdown pass of the season, set a new record for the most touchdowns by a walk-on, which is unbelievable. Shedeur surpassed 10,000 career, 3,000 on the season. Milestones once again. He is just the 3rd CU quarterback to surpass 3,000 yards. Travis, 117 snaps. Top 5 games CU history, snaps from scrimmage. Offensive line, this is per Football Focus. Last week's season low quarterback sacks. I think it was 3 documented, but they only computed 1 with there, so it might have been a coverage sack or whatever, which is unbelievable. So that was 11 pressure, season best block efficiency, and best overall pass block grade of 73%. That was unbelievable. Turnover margin, CU ranks 3rd in the nation in turnover margin with 18 forced turnovers on defense, 7 turnovers lost on offense, which is incredible. CU's plus 11 margin is blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I just like to remind you that we are making progress. And my phone was recording everything. It's good. All right, 1 second. Let me erase this, and we could go. How's everyone doing today? Good. I'm doing great also. You know, sometimes life throws so much at us. We're so pressed about what's transpiring in our life right then. We forget how blessed we are. We really do. And I'm extremely blessed. We might not be where we want to be, but we ain't where we used to be in all facets of life. And we're extremely blessed. So let's start with that. Now, let's go and start with the bull jump. Let's go and get it out of the way because I'm just talking about I'm blessed, so I know the devil's going to strike. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Yeah. No, you're not devil. You're not the devil. I would never say that. No, you're not the devil. Priest? That's wonderful.
I know, you never believe it.
No, that's wonderful.
Books in the cupboard, like you said, books in the cupboard.
Kind of threw you off, huh?
That's right.
You want the first one?
No, thank you.
Okay, go ahead, sweetie.
Well, on the topic of controversial topics.
Controversial? What controversy do we have around here? We don't have any controversy around here.
Stephen A. Smith, Texas A&M, you said Primetime, Deion Sanders in the SEC.
So it's controversial when Stephen A. talks?
No,
Okay.
but he says that needs to happen. Just your thoughts on the Texas A&M coaching vacancy?
I want to win. I want to win a game. So you think I really do sit down and think about that kind of stuff? Like what strikes me about that, about myself, that you guys really think I sit down and say, yeah, Stephen A., yeah. Like, come on, I'm good. Like, we got to win. Let's focus on this week. And we play Friday, so we lose a day of practice. So we got to focus.
Hi, Coach Adam, Munster Tiger, 24/7
How you doing,
Sports.
sir?
Outside of a win, what do you want to see specifically out of your team going back out on the road that would make you kind of feel like the progress is still taking place?
Well, the progress is taking place tremendously. The offensive line, you see that tighten up. I've seen the offense move the ball consistently and for quite a bit of time. We controlled the clock, which was phenomenal. It's progress. We just can't seem to make that play when we have to make that play, that tackle, that block, that pass, that catch, that interception, that kick. It's those type of things. But progress is certainly, and the thing that I love the most about this team, they do not give up. Ain't no quit in them. Like, they fight to the end of every darn game. And I love that about them. I absolutely love that about this young team. And we're pretty young. I'm sitting up there in the office just looking at the chart, and I'm like, wow, we're only losing this, and this next year. So We got a lot of what is it? About 90% of the team coming, 95% of the team coming back. That's a nice hat. God, that's a nice hat. You looking good, man. Just wanted to share that. Just wanted to share that. Yeah, but we have darn near the whole team coming back. We losing some key components of the game. A couple receivers, JD, Payne, I believe, and a couple others. But we kickers, all the kickers coming back. We got some good things brewing.
Hey, Coach, obviously you've won at every level in 2 different sports, so you know what it takes to win close games. Aside from the Oregon matchup, as you look back on some of these close ones, is there something in particular that this team needs to learn about winning these close games?
Well, we just got to be ready for the moment. We never know when the moment is. And you got to be prepared for the moment. That moment may have come in the first quarter. We didn't know. Second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, overtime. We got to be prepared. We've been through every type of moment that you could gather this season, including overtimes. And we just got to be ready for the moment. But I'm going to reiterate this once again. Our kids do not quit. One thing that they're going to do, they're going to give you a great game. We fight to the end.
Hey, Coach. Troy Finnegan, CU Sports Report. Washington State's been reeling, but they have a quarterback who's a great improviser, creates a ton of plays out of structure.
Right.
What does the prep look like this week for him on that offense?
They throw the ball. They're so similar to us statistically, physically. They're really similar. They really are when you look at this team and what they're capable of doing. Certainly, he's a phenomenal passer. They have some phenomenal receivers. We got to affect their protection. We got to get the ball out of his hands. We got to make him fumble the ball, strip him. We got to do things to force turnovers as well as score on offense. We did a good job of controlling the clock. I would love to see us do that as well. I don't know how we're similar. I'm not going to say they're not great against the run, but we should have opportunities to run the football as well.
Hey, Coach, Ryland Scholes with Ralphie Report. You got one of these really late kickoffs again,
Yeah.
and the game's on Friday, so
Yes,
you
sir.
lose a day. How much of an impact does that have on the team in preparing going into
I don't think it has a tremendous impact because they must prepare the same way. The only difference is they're at home. We're away. So we know what's ahead of us. We know the task at hand. We just got to prepare and go down there and make it happen and focus on these little things. We focusing on tackling. We focus on blocking. We focusing on the little things that get you over the hump. Those are the things that we need to do to win.
Hey, Coach.
Yes,
Brian
sir.
Howell from Boulder, the camera. We know Dylan Edwards is extremely talented. He had a phenomenal first game. Since then, he hasn't really had those home run plays. He hasn't reached the
Yeah.
end zone. How has he dealt with kind of the ups and downs this season? And do you feel like he's close to popping again?
I don't think it's ups and downs regarding Dylan. We got to figure out ways to get him the ball in space. Dylan is not a between the tackle type of guy. The kid is only about 160 pounds, but he's the toughest 160, 165 pounds you ever want to meet. That's on us to figure out ways to get him the ball in space and allow him to do what he's capable of doing. I think in that first game, you see him explode because all those plays darn near were from tackle out. And that's what we got to do a better job of, getting him the ball in space so he could be who he is. He's a phenomenal player. Yes.
Yeah, Deion, I know there's football season left, but we're also coming to the end of a semester. What do you hear from players, especially players who are new to the school, about their experiences at the school and in the city? And what have your impressions
Well,
been here?
these young men love it. They love it here. I haven't heard one complaint about campus, about campus living, about food, about the city in general. I have not heard one complaint whatsoever. I mean, everybody would love a soul food restaurant here and there. we all would, even you guys would as well. But, you know, we're not going to have a pity party because we don't have that. But our dining staff and chef is doing a great job downstairs. So those guys they love it. I love it. I enjoy it immensely.
Hey, Coach. Jason Jones from Buff Speed. Friday is the anniversary the anniversary of young Dolph's passing.
Yes, sir.
And 3 weeks ago, you had his son Trey on the sidelines, even
Yes, sir.
wearing Shedeur's chain. Could you speak about the importance of supporting his family and keeping his
Well,
legacy alive?
Yeah, it just doesn't happen just because of his anniversary of a passing. That's a consistency. That's a daily effort. Coach Ray does a great job of staying in contact with his wife as well as his family, making sure if they want to come, they get here, and we're extremely hospitable when they get here. If the young fella Trey is having a tough time at school, we make sure we make the phone calls to keep him motivated and inspired. So it's like an extended family. It just doesn't happen on anniversaries with us. His wife is a wonderful lady. Even his whole clique, Key Glock and that whole clique, we communicate with them because not only is the family taking it tough, but his whole group. He was their leader, not just their boss. He was their coach, so to speak, and his legacy will forever live on with us. Thank you.
Hey, Coach Sean Keeler.
There we go.
There you go. Here comes your Howard. No,
Yeah.
when you don't care about the noise for us, wherever else, but parents do. They hear it when they come to you and say,
What parents have heard it that you know of? That
parents who have X, I would imagine.
have come to me. I mean, you making an assumption. I want to know
maybe an
what
assumption.
parents have come.
Have any come to you? Do they say to you, what would you say to them if they said, are you going to coach my kid? Are you going to be here in 2-3 years to coach my kid? What do you tell them? What do you say to them?
I tell them what I told them when they came. I'm here. I'm here. Like I tell them my mother's here. My sister's here. My dog is here. My daughter's here. Three of my sons are here. My other daughter comes during every home game. We're here. I get mail here. I claim taxes here. I pay taxes here. I'm sorry. I'm here. I don't hear that. I don't hear that. Maybe our recruiting staff hears it, but I don't hear it. I'm too honest, not with parents, and I'm gonna tell them the truth.
Is being in demand, I don't want to say weaponized, but can you use that in a strength any more than the strengths you already have?
Well,
on the
it's
recruiting
always everything in life is a strength. What comes along with who you are. You know what I'm really happy about? That real football enthusiasts and just football people who know football know what we're really doing here. It's a lot of people that don't and think that we're just losing. No. You got to find a win in the midst of a loss. And I love it that football people understand what time it is without looking at their watches.
Hey, Coach, I have another off-the-field question for you. But just saw a story today that they caught 4 high school kids that stole the stuff from your locker room. And
Let me address that. I love that.
Did you guys get everything back?
I have no idea. I haven't checked with all the kids. Let me address that. Let's not crucify and punish these high school kids. Okay? Whatever the punishment that comes along with it, all right, let that be that, community service or whatever is it. But let's not abort the rest of their opportunities and lives because of a mistake. Because if we were to really do a roll call of mistakes at the age of 17, 18 in here, I'm sure everybody would tip out of here with their head down like we're in church, okay? So let's make sure that those kids atone for what transpired, if it's community service, whatever it is, but they don't lose an opportunity to change their lives. They're kids. They made a stupid, dumb, idiotic mistake. Guess what? When I was 7 and 18, so did I. All right? So did you. I'm praying for those kids. It was very unfortunate that we were on the other end of that, and some fans was stupid enough to say, "Oh, they shouldn't wear their jury." Okay, well, you shouldn't drive your car to work then. Somebody steal that. So that's just how stupid that statement was. But let's pray for those kids, man, and lift them up, and hopefully and prayerfully they get another opportunity. What's probably going to happen is they probably going to name them and expose who they are. And then all hell breaks loose because we're a society that likes to make a mockery of people that made mistakes in life when all of us have. So that's my take on that.
Hey, Coach. Pat Graham, Associated Press. Brian Howell just took my question. Sorry about that. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's okay.
on the fly. I'm thinking of a new one. I guess
No, you're good.
with Shedeur, he's been sacked 48 times. We've talked about that. I guess
Right.
have you learned anything? Maybe you didn't. I know you know your son very well, but have you learned anything about his toughness or about him, his makeup, just through this season?
No, this hadn't. I mean, I know who he is. I really admire the most how he handles this moment. I think he's done tremendous with these moments and the questions that has come at him. And some of the things that you guys miss, I wish you would ask him, is phenomenal. But I love the way he handles himself, publicly, privately, on the field, off the field. I love the way he's handled himself this season. I'm proud of him. Shilo as well. Shilo as well.
All right, last one, Matt. Go ahead.
If you want to leave us a list of things you want us to ask him, by the way, we'll be happy to take care of that the next time he's in here. The other thing I wanted to ask was about analytics.
Gotcha.
With something, we haven't really talked about this year is just how you use them within the program and how involved it all is in your system.
Sometimes it's a feeling. Sometimes it's a feeling. Sometimes it's a flow. Analytics are wonderful, but you got to feel the game. You got to know your team. You got to know those players. Like when you hear the play going in, you got to know, all right, let me get a timeout. I don't like that. Or I like that. Let's go. Let's go. And what goes on? I mean, like, you could be critical of saying, okay, we blew it. I saw somebody say that we iced Mata, but they didn't know that Shedeur was down on the field, and we were thinking the refs was going to call a penalty of targeting or whatever because he was kind of out of it, and they didn't. So the clock is still running. So now we got to make that transition on the field. The clock's going down. That's okay. Timeout. They didn't know. Some people don't know all that stuff is going on, and so you know how that is. The
So
second
do you have
guessers.
somebody in your ear on the headset then who kind of goes through all that stuff with you?
No, we don't go through all that stuff. It's a couple people that make sure I'm aware of certain things, but certain things you just miss, man. That happened last night, didn't it? NFL game, right? Right? Didn't that happen? That's why our wonderful Broncos won, because of his extra guy on the field. You think the head coach knew that? But he gets charged for that. That just happens, man. Some things happen in life, unfortunately. But it's our job to make sure they don't. So I'll take responsibility of that. Let's get one more, a couple more, because you guys, I wait on you. Come on here. You gonna be quiet the whole time? What's wrong with you? You all right today?
It's a little bit of I guess I'm a little quiet today. I guess a little tired today, but here I am. So I guess I'm kind of wondering what your mood is just right now.
My mood is always good.
I know your mood's always good, but you are in this slump right now, and you've never experienced this before. You've said that.
I'm in a winning slump. I'm not in a life slump.
That's right, but that's what.
So you gotta balance the two now.
Yeah.
So I rock steady. So life, losses, life. Like, I'm balanced.
So you were talking about how impressed you were with the way the Shedeur is handling this
Yes.
right now, because he's never dealt with losses. You've never dealt with losses. So how are you handling it just emotionally, both as a coach and kind of how are you helping your own family through this?
Well, my family don't really care about a lot of things in life. They make sure that as long as I'm paying them bills, they straight. Okay, let's get that right. And let my mama tell you that off the rip. Okay, as long as the lights working, when she hit the switch, the lights come on. All right. When she flushed the toilet, water moves. So she is straight. My family is good, but I'm good. And, I love to win. My cologne is called Win and all that. I love that. But we're going through a patch right now that we're learning how to. And long as there's progress, I'm good. And every week I see progression. Give me the word. Progress. I said it right. Every week I see progress, and I'm ecstatic about that, because when I'm looking at, okay, Shedeur's only touched one time, maybe 3 sacks. Okay, now I think that's pretty darn good based on the last 3 weeks ago. I think that's pretty darn good. And the offense scoring, I think that's pretty darn good. Defense, we got to step it back up because it was great last week. Horrible, against the run this past week. We got to do a little better. Special teams, same thing. I mean, we just said. He's doing a wonderful job. Mark is doing a wonderful job kicking the darn ball. And Mata finally, missed. He missed before, but it was a snap problem with that one. It took his eye level off. But man, I'm happy that this team not giving up or quit. And the fan base is still rocking steady and they're packing the house. I am ecstatic about that. I really am.
Is this where you imagined your team would be with 2 games left in
No,
the season?
definitely not. Imagine we would be much better. But as long as we're progressing, I'm happy with it. My expectations are my expectations. You got to understand that. My expectations are going to always exceed. I'm going to always exceed.
Good morning, Coach Prime. Mike Lyle, KUNC Radio. How you doing, brother?
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. What's your preparation or thought process going into this game with Washington State?
Well, we got to take care of the little things. Let's get started with tackling. We got to start tackling better. We got to block better. We got to run the football better. We got to make the plays that we need to make, the third down plays offensively, the third down plays defensively. We got to take advantage of situational football as well. And we just got to be wise. We got to be wise out there on the field and not beat ourselves with foolish penalties at the most opportune times. We really do. And that's something we're challenging our team to do. And I feel like they're going to respond. We good? Last one?
Coach Brown, Jimmy Searfoss, 24/7 Sports.
Got you.
Colorado's notoriously kind of struggled scoring in Washington State. What makes Washington State?
I wasn't there. I wasn't there. In the notorious, whatever you talk about, I wasn't there then. That's all BP. That's before Coach Prime. All right. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. Let's deal with the now. Let's deal with moving on from now. That's what I want to deal with. Yeah, I don't know about the yesterday or the day before that. I don't know nothing about that. We're new. We got a new team. We got a new bunch of young men, new great group of coaches, a tremendous fan base, and they're steady growing day after day after day after day. Hey, I appreciate you all. God bless you. I hope some of you grab a coat and meet us there at Washington State. You probably won't, though. Just leave it right, I think.
What's up? How y'all today? Good, good.
Mr. Amari McNeil for you guys. Questions? Go ahead, Matt.
Amari, it seems like throughout the season you continue to get better and better and better. Are you feeling more comfortable? Are you feeling more comfortable in your role here?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Every week I'm getting more comfortable. Just the plays, just playing new positions, just getting better every week. That's how I'm trying to do. Yes, sir.
How is playing for Coach Sal and the defensive line staff here gone?
It's been good. I feel like I've been getting a lot better, getting like my instincts better, just trying to get to the ball.
Is he one of those coaches where you go through football and you have a lot of different coaches throughout your life, but feels like a guy like that who's been to so many different places and seen so many different things. Does it kind of open your eyes to like a whole different side of football when you get with a coach like that?
Yes, sir. Yeah. He kind of tells you a lot about what football is going to be for the next level because he's been there plenty places. So it's just like it's good having a coach like that because he's been where I want to go. Yeah.
Jake.
Hey, Mari, Jake Schwan, it's DMVR. With this recent losing streak, how do you gauge the locker room and how you guys are coming together through it all?
Just stay down and hungry, trying to get better every week, just trying to make a point and prove something.
Hey, Mari. I'm Brian Howe from the Boulder Daily Camera. I chatted with you before you got here, and you mentioned the opportunity was why you wanted to come here.
Yes, sir.
Do you feel like you're getting the opportunity that you wanted, and what's your overall experience been like here?
Most definitely getting the opportunity I wanted. My overall experience has been very good. I just wanted to have an opportunity to make plays, and I've been starting to do that. So that's why I really came here. So yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, here's Simeon Scoba Sports. Do you view yourself as a leader on this defense as you've seen it progress through the season and get better?
I'm working more into that role. I'm not too vocal right now, but I'm working way more into that role. So yeah.
Go ahead, Brian. Curious how important it is for you and your teammates to make a bowl game with 2 games left and 2 games away from bowl eligibility.
Yeah, very important. We all, both sides of the ball, we just have to play a very good game, just on the same page and just knowing what we want to accomplish and just staying down and beating the team. Like, we always just go back and forth with the team. We just need to stay down and just beat the team and move on to the next week.
Cam Ward seems to have a lot of the same qualities as Shedeur. Do you see that when you're watching him on film? That and you feel like you're kind of watching, Shedeur a little bit?
Not really. I feel like Shedeur is more of a better quarterback, but Cam, he does put the ball on the ground a lot. So I'm playing this week, just get back there and just cause havoc. Yeah.
What else impresses you about him?
He's quick, but he's quick and they do score. They can score. So he is a good quarterback, but has a lot of turnovers. So, yeah.
Hey, Mario, Pat Graham, Associated Press. There were some breakthroughs in the robbery that happened at UCLA. Have you gotten your stuff back? And Deion was preaching kind of a forgive and forget kind of thing. Are you that same mindset?
Yeah, I'm still working with the police officers to get my stuff back. I just got to go to the precinct. But, yeah, I'm in the works with that. So, yeah.
Pat Rooney, Boulder Daily Camera. Coach said the Friday night start he didn't think is a big deal, but for the players, what impact does playing one day early and obviously going on the road, how does that impact you guys?
Well, obviously we have to start the week earlier, so we just got to get in that mode. But it's honestly just like high school, playing a high school game on Friday night. That's how it feels. I haven't had a Friday night game since like 2 weeks ago. That was my first Friday night game since high school, but it wasn't too bad. So I'm excited.
Anything else from Mari? All right, thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Brian. Do you mind doing that?
Got no cushion.
Cameron Simon Craig, go ahead.
Hey, Cam. Brian Howell from the Boulder Daily Camera. Just your overall experience. We haven't talked to you yet this season, but how do you feel like your season's gone so far? I know didn't start in that lineup, but then since you've gotten in the starting lineup, you're making an impact every week.
It's been exactly what I've been looking for the most part. I mean, coming from Jackson, I wanted to, I know I need to be developed. So this season was all about being developed and coming in, having to play Slusher going down early and having to play a different position. It was a great experience for me because I've never had to play that close to the ball. I've normally played free safety for the most part. So it's been exactly what I needed, developmental. So it's been good.
Hi, Cam. Adam Munster, Tiger 24/7 Sports. We've obviously seen the defense show improvement. Also, tackling issues still kind of cropping up from time to time. From your vantage point, what are the areas that the defense has shown the most improvement here, the second half of the season?
Honestly, everything. Everything as a whole. I mean, as a unit, we slipped a little towards midway through the season, but for the most part, everybody just really just dialed in. And people take for granted, but it took us a minute to really gel and really learn each other and learn who was who. So we kind of got more close knit with each other, and it just helped the whole defense as a whole because a defense is a group you depend on each other. Like one person out his gap, it makes the whole defense look bad. So it was the small things at the beginning that was killing us. So we just paid attention to everything we do, like the little things we do, like where the shirt tucks in, like the little stuff like that. We got better at, and it made us better on the field.
Hey Cam, Nikki Edwards, CU Sports Report. You've seen Trevor Woods make the move to linebacker. What do you see from him when you're standing behind him and you see him in that new role?
I mean, he was a big reason why our defense changed a lot. I mean, Trevor is a very smart guy. Like he thinks different than everybody else on defense. He's like our brain when he moved down the linebacker. So it's been great. I mean, he's been getting used to it because he get a lot of more banging than he have in the past. But he's been great at it. He's been doing his thing.
Cam, this defense has been extremely opportunistic this year. You've generated a lot of turnovers this year. You've been a part of a lot of them. What would you attribute that to? Is it the defensive style you guys play, or is it just the individual talent combination?
It's playing hard. I mean, it's simple as playing hard. It's simple as everybody getting to the ball. I mean, we look at the turnovers from this year, and we don't have a lot of turnovers with those give-me turnovers like tips that just fall in our hands. Like all of our turnovers almost are like real, like we knocking the ball off people or we going to get the ball. So we just playing hard, and then we just do what we do, and the ball just been finding us.
Playing for Prime before and now playing here, how would you say that the program has developed here over the first year of this experience?
I mean, I'm Coach Prime. What you see now is what I've been seeing. Like, it's nothing new to me. I mean, he's coached the same way. He coached the players are starting to play the same way that we used to. So it's the same for me. I mean, we develop in the same way, just a hard hat mentality, just coming out and working hard. So we just. It took us a minute to catch up to his speed and catch up what he wanted to do, but we're there just working hard. That's Coach Prime method.
How have you enjoyed playing in Boulder? I mean, it's a bit of a culture change, certainly coming from Jackson.
I've loved it. I mean, I've loved it. It's been all football for me, honestly. I mean, just being out there and seeing, I see we set the home attendance record, like, that's been awesome. We played in a lot of sold out games in Jackson, but I've never played in a game that was this loud and the people are this engaged to the game. Like my mom and dad, like I have a little sister that hate standing up all the time, but my mom and dad got to hold on his shoulders so she can see the game. So they had people standing up the whole game. Like we just not used to that. Like coming from Jackson, like that didn't happen. So people are really enjoying it and really into it, and people know what's going on around here. Like people are not just out here just saying I like Colorado. Like they know you, they know what you do, where you from. So it's been awesome. It's been a lot of love.
Pat Rooney, Boulder Daily Camera. Coach was just in here saying Washington State he feels like pretty similar to your team. How does that affect your preparation this week, and especially with a short week to get ready? I mean, it doesn't change. If your preparation changes every week, you don't believe in what you're doing. That's what Coach Kelly always says. So we're going to prepare for them like we prepare for everybody else. Lock in on the film. Make sure you get your film hours up so Coach Prime won't yell at you. So most part, we're going to do the same thing we've been doing. I mean, we've been pretty well. We just got to learn how to win. We're going to keep doing what we're doing, and hopefully at the end we just learn how to win.
Cam, what are your impressions of Washington State as you watch them? Obviously, pretty talented quarterback. They've been up and down offensively, but what are your impressions as you watch them?
They throw the ball a lot. They throw the ball around a lot. I mean, they got a lot of guys that can make plays in space. They have a real talented quarterback back there, experienced guy. So it's going to be a tough task, but it's nothing we haven't seen before.
Hey, Cam, you said Trevor thinks differently. Can you give an example of just like how he shows that?
I mean, like little things like going into just an example, going into a Colorado State game, we was putting in a point fake, and we call it ram, like ram. So Trevor, we sitting to me, Trevor, like, if I hear ram in the game, I'm gonna know it's a fake, cause like they was the Rams. So he's saying we playing somebody, they be like Buffalo. I'm gonna know it's a fake. So just little stuff like that. I mean, like he just thinks different than a lot of people think. So he sees stuff from a different eye.
With you being an experienced guy in that safeties group, I wanted to ask you about a young guy that's flashed a little bit, Jaden Milliner-Jones. What would have been your impressions of his development as a teammate?
He's grown up. I mean, we come from, he's a prime guy coming up, so he played at Troop. So I've seen Jaden around all my life, honestly. So just coming up through prime. So when he came here, I kind of tried to put him on my wing and teach him which ways to go and who to hang around and what to pay attention to. I mean, because like after practice every day, I go lift. Like any day, every day after practice today. I mean, since the break, I've been doing that. Like after practice, I go lift. Today, Jaden scratched along with me today. So he's just been growing up a lot and understanding what he got to do. I mean, he's gonna be amazing. Like he's somebody to look forward to. I believe in him so much. Like honestly, like if we have to count on Jaden, I can count on him because he's a young guy, but he has an older mentality and he's really learning the game and learning how to prepare for it.
Pat Graham, Associated Press. All this season, you've seen everyone from Lil Wayne to Dr. J show up on the sideline. What's it been like, Club Folsom Field, and just seeing all these celebrities show up? And who would you want to see show up maybe next year?
It's been awesome. I mean, this the celebrities, they come through and we learn that they're normal people just like us. I mean, they respect us and they know what's going on. They know us. So it's been awesome. I mean, a guy I was named after, Cameron, the rapper, he came through here. So to see him for the first time, like, it was crazy because, like, I told him, like, bro, I'm named after you. So that's been awesome. I mean, you meeting people that your parents never thought that you would meet. So it's been great. Probably next year, I want to see, like, probably my favorite rapper, Lil Baby. So I see Lil Baby come through here every once in a while. It'll be fun.
Thanks, Cam.
Appreciate y'all.